Hey students, so here we have a different view because this is for option number 1 of your color assignment. This is my object color wheel. So I just wanted to do a video over my color wheel so that I could show you a little bit more in detail what objects I used to create this color wheel that has 12 colors in it. So when you're putting together your object color wheel, you want to think about showing a representation of all 12 colors of the color wheel, ideally. Now, if you aren't able to get all of the colors, all 12 colors, that's okay. You can start with the sort of basic 6 colors, which you might think of as rainbow colors, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet or purple, and just try to fill in any extra colors that you have. I actually was surprised by how easy it was to find certain tertiary colors. So those in-between colors are tertiary, right? There's like yellow, orange, and blue, green, and red, orange, red, violet, and indigo, and yellow, green. So those 6 colors might be trickier to find, but some of them were actually pretty easy. Like yellow, orange, which is over here. This is my yellow, orange section with the spirals, the Parmesan, and we have this like Post-it notes and things. So those are all like yellow, orange, and that was actually pretty easy to find right away. I found a lot of orange things, but it was really hard to find red, orange, so that might be a trickier one. And then most of like the primary colors are probably going to be pretty easy to find. So red, we've got red, blue, and yellow as our primary colors. You'll notice that I did add a few things like the paint tubes. So those I have obviously are just 3 primary colors of paint, so they're perfect for, you know, mixing and things like that. And I did also, of course, use a few markers and pencils and things like that. So when in doubt, if you can't find objects that are that exact color, you can always go to your coloring tools like markers and colored pencils and things, and actually find those colors and include those as well. So that is a totally fine approach. So you can see I've got like some scissors, and I even went outside and I cut these roses. We have these beautiful roses in our garden that are like this really deep red violet color, and I actually couldn't find very many things that were red violet, so that was really helpful to have to add to this object color wheel. I hope you're picking up on the colors okay in this video, but you should be able to see. So just like a lot of random things. Food items are really good, so like, you know, I've got this can of corn, another can of corn. For some reason those are really good to use. And then just other random things like a teapot. I've got a bottle that's green. I did add something, some leaves from my roses, and other types of things. Socks, I said food items, but also like clothing items. So like I have a t-shirt over here and another pair of socks in the violet section, so that can definitely be a good thing to look for. I've got like some nail polish and other sort of small items from the kitchen, thread, things like that, tools and different things. I have a book, I have like a journal in here, and then also like just a novel, Number the Stars book that's red, sunscreen that's orange, all those kinds of things. So look over all of the items you have. Maybe you've got toys that are lots of bright colors. I don't have many toys because I don't live with any children, so it's I don't have that represented, but you guys get the idea. You can find lots of different items throughout your house and then put them together. Now this probably takes up about 3 feet by 3 feet square, and you probably want a similar type of size of a space in order to make this color wheel. But that's really up to you. Like, you might have smaller items or you might have larger items. It doesn't matter what size it is, as long as you're doing your best to get all 12 colors of the color wheel. And collecting those items, laying them out on a surface that you can kind of leave them there for a little bit so you've got enough time to collect everything. So try to put it out of the way so you don't have you know, maybe like any pets or like animals or siblings coming through and just like messing around with it. So trying to keep it out of the way, or put it together and set it up quickly, you know, and then putting everything away after that. And then one thing that I also want to mention is that taking the photo. So it's really, really important that when you take the photograph, you are holding the device like I'm holding this iPad over the top of the color wheel, and taking a picture of the whole thing. So it should be on the floor. It should be pretty easy to take a picture from right above, instead of like at the side view. Like if I did like a side view like this, I wouldn't necessarily be able to see all the colors or this really nice sort of circular shape that we have right here. So try to make sure that the photo is directly above. Now that can be really hard if you're using your Chromebook. So I'm really hoping that you might be able to borrow a personal device or an iPad or someone's phone or something, tablet, to take this photo, so that you have a forward-facing camera that you can stand directly above. Okay, so do your best to really get all of the colors in there in that picture, and also make sure that it's visible. So really check out the picture, look at it carefully, make sure that you can see everything, and it's not like too blurry or just like poor quality. Okay, so I had a lot of fun making this, and I really hope you all have fun with this. You know, it doesn't have to be as large as mine. It can be pretty small. It can be pretty simple. Just to have fun with it, and just, you know, think of it as a unique way of displaying all of these 12 colors of the color wheel in their correct order. I'm going to go through and talk about each individual color. So we're going to start with red over here. You can see I've got red, and then we've got red-orange, and then we go to orange, yellow-orange, yellow, yellow-green, green is right here, and then we've got blue-green, blue is right here, indigo, which is also like blue-violet, and violet, which is like purple, and red-violet. So those are the 12 colors of the color wheel, and those are all the colors that you want to depict in your object color wheel. All right, have fun with this. Bye.